Okay, so the recording has now started, and we can start with our class. Everyone put your attendance in the chat box. So I guess in the last class we have started a new chapter, that is ratio and proportion, right? And we have solved a few examples from this chapter as well. So let us continue from where we left in the last class. So can anybody tell me what was the last portion that we took? And what was the homework I gave you? And did you do it or not? Okay. So I guess we have seen some questions from practice set 4.1, isn't it? Remaining questions is a homework. Okay. So how many of you have completed this practice set? How many of you have tried this practice set at home, and you may be having some difficulty in any of the questions, so that we can discuss that question here? Okay. ठीक है. Only Kadambari has completed the practice set. Half complete. All right. What about others? बाकी लोग, आप लोगों ने भी सॉल्व किया होगा. Okay, so few of you are saying half complete. No problem. Uh, so we'll take few questions. I think question second is already done. So we'll directly go to the question number third or three. Express the following percentages as a ratio in the reduced form. Okay, so first one can be represented as, how can we represent first one in the reduced form? How can we reduce this? I'm talking about the first sub question from the third question. Okay, so let me just point this out. So I'm talking about this one, this question. How can we reduce this? Can everybody hear me? सब लोगों को मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Okay, 3/4 और 3:4. ठीक है, सब लोगों को मेरी आवाज आ रही है. ऑल राइट. सो कादम्बरी ने आंसर दिया है 3:4. सो हाउ डज दैट कम? सी, हमें परसेंटेज दिया है 75:100. सो क्या हम इसे ऐसे लिख सकते हैं 75 डिवाइडेड बाय 100? So if we divide this by 25, so 25 threes are 75 and 25 fours are 100. So 3/4 is the reduced form of this particular expression. Now for second one, try for second one. No, we cannot divide by 100. Okay, divide by 25. That's correct. So for second one, what we do? See, for second one, we have 44 by 100. So we can write it as 11/25. Divide by 4. Yeah, divide by 4, right? So it would be 11 by 20, 11 to 25. Yeah. Okay. So let me just rub this. And then we have 6.25% into its reduced form. So how can we write it? So सबसे पहले तो हमें क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? इसको लिखना पड़ेगा 6.25 divided by 100. This would be like its representation in the ratio form, isn't it? Ratio form में ऐसे ही लिखेंगे हम इसे. Now what we can do, we can divide this by 2, right? So it would be 3.125 divided by 100. Sorry, it should not be 100, it should be 50, isn't it? We are dividing by 2. So it can be further divided. Sir, I did not understand how to solve third and fifth. Okay. So see, what we are doing here, we have to keep it dividing. Okay. So now I have divided 6.25 by how much? By 2, right? And we have to divide 100 also by 2. So 3.2 sorry 6.25 divided by 2 is 3.125. You can do it on calculator. Okay, so that is what we write. And then after that, just a moment, after that what we can do is, okay, just a second. Okay, so now what we can do is 6.25 divided by 100 is there. So multiply this by, okay, don't do it. Take out your calculators and divide 100 by 6.25. 100 को 6.25 से डिवाइड करो. 6.25 का डबल क्या आता है? 6.25 का डबल आता है 12.5, राइट? 12.5 का डबल आता है 25 एंड 25 फोर्स आर 100. दैट मीन्स 100 को अगर हम 6.25 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो कितना आएगा? हाउ मच इट वुड बी? इट वुड बी 16. कैलकुलेटर निकालो, ट्राई करो. 16 आया? नो 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 नो. सी, मैं तुम्हें कैलकुलेटर दिखाता हूँ. जस्ट अ सेकेंड. ओके, सो I'm stopping my presentation. I'm presenting my entire screen now so that you can see the calculator. Okay, so here you say this is a calculator, and let us suppose we are dividing this by 100 is divided by 6.25. So what it is? It is 16, isn't it? It is 16. Yeah. So मैंने 6.25 से डिवाइड करने के लिए क्यों कहा आपको? क्योंकि 6.25 से हम इसे भी डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. 6.25 डिवाइड बाय 6.25 इज 1 एंड 6.25 डिवाइड बाय 100 इज 16. So 1 by 16 would be the answer. Okay, so this is the way we can solve. Okay, okay, that happens. Yeah, you divide 6.25 by 100. Okay, no problem. So this is how we do it. Then we have 52 by 100. That's pretty easy. No need to solve. Now 0.64 divided by 0.64 divided by what we can say 100, isn't it? 0.64 divided by 100. Okay, so now what we have to do for fifth one, I'm talking about fifth one. Okay, so for fifth one, first of all we have to convert this into a complete number or the whole number, natural number. Okay, so for that what we would do, we will multiply both denominator as well as numerator by 100. So it would become 64 by 10,000. 64 by 10,000. Okay, so 64 by 10,000 is there. Now can you divide 10,000 by 16? 10,000 divided by 16. Can you do it? 10,000 divided by 16. So it would be 625, right? 625. And 16 divided by, 64 divided by 16 would be 4. So 4 divided by 625 will be the answer. Okay. So this is how we have to solve it. I hope it was pretty clear for you. Okay, so shall I rub all this? Okay, only Kadambari is answering. So what about others? Others are not understanding or what? Ayush, Aditya, Vaishnavi. Yeah, okay. Great. So let me just rub all this so that we can go to the next question. Three persons can build a small house in 8 days. To build the same house in 6 days, how many persons are required? So how do we solve this first of all? Think about it and tell me. Three persons can build the house in 8 days. How to build the same house in 6 days? How many persons are required? Take out your notebook and try to solve it. Think about it. And if you have any idea, you can put it in the chat box or you can turn on your mic and tell me. Are you people solving this? We can use inverse proportion formula. Okay. Okay. So what is inverse proportion formula? Remember, all of you remember? See, this is the formula, I guess, isn't it? For inverse proportion, inverse proportions, x into y is equals to k, right? Is it? Everybody remember? Direct proportion, inverse proportion, we have learned about it. Yeah. So what do we put in this formula here? X as a 3 and y as what? 8, is it? Yeah, correct. So 8 threes are 24. Our k is 24, right? Now k is 24. So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate here. See, we have three persons that require 8 days to build in 6 days. How many persons will be required? So 3 into 8 is equals to 24. So how much into 6 is equals to 24? So how much into 6? Obviously it would be 4. 4 into 6 is 24. So that means 4 persons will be required. Persons have to be calculated. That is 4. राइट बाकी लोगों को समझ रहा है ना बाकी लोग कुछ रिस्पॉन्ड ही नहीं कर रहे हैं दिस हैपन्स बिकॉज यू डू नॉट ट्राई एट होम ओके जिन्होंने भी घर पर ट्राई नहीं किया है उनको समझने में थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम होगा ओके सो कन्वर्ट द फॉलोइंग रेशियो इनटू परसेंटेज यू कैन डू इट इसको 4 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है इसको 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है इसको 10 से मल्टीप्लाई करना है इसको 6 से डिवाइड करना है एंड आई गेस इसको हमें 625 से मल्टीप्लाई करके 100 से डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा so something like that okay so we'll not get into this question you can solve it the ratio of ages of Abha and her mother is 2:5 at the time of Abha's birth her mother's age was 27 find the present ages of Abha and her mother so ratio of ages of Abha and her mother is 2:5 at the time of Abha's birth, her mother's age was 27. Find the present ages of Abha and her mother. Okay. So which formula do we use here? Tell me, you people tell me, because I have given you this homework and your responsibility was to do this at home, right? But you didn't do it. So I have to do it now for you. Tell me, are you there in the class, everyone? Okay, you are solving. Great. I'm happy. So there is a difference of 27 years between Abha's age and her mother's age, right? There is difference of how many years? 27 years, because her mother was of 27-year old when she was born. Okay, isn't it? So we have to find two numbers such that whose difference is 27 and their ratio is 2 is to 5. Okay, so which are these two numbers? These two numbers are 18 and 45. 9 twos are 9 twos are 18, 9 fives are 45, right? So 18 would be the age of Abha and 45 would be the age of her mother. Okay, so this is how we can calculate it. I hope you get it. ठीक है, चलो. So 7th and 8th you try at home. अगर नहीं आता है तो अगले क्लास में मुझे पूछना है. Okay, now comparison of ratios. We'll take new topic here. Comparison of ratios. Which ratio is bigger and which ratio is smaller, that we have to find out. Okay, so in comparison of ratios, the numbers A, B, C, D are being positive. Comparison of ratios A by B and C by D can be done using the following rules. So if AD is greater than BC, then A by B is greater than C by D. If AD is smaller than BC, then A by B is smaller than C by D. And if AD is equals to BC, then A by B is equals to C by D. तो यहाँ पे ये जो हमें theoretical दिया है, तो इसमें हमें ज़्यादा हम इसे ज़्यादा ध्यान में नहीं रख सकते. Okay, so when we will solve the questions, then we can remember the things properly. Okay, so first question we have is example 1, that is 4 by 9 and 7 by 8. We have to compare these two ratios and we have to determine which ratio is bigger, which ratio is smaller as compared to other one. Okay, so क्या करना है? हमें यहाँ पे क्रॉस मल्टीप्लीकेशन करना है. 4 into 8 that is 32 and 7 into 9 that is 63. So which one is greater? Obviously 63 is greater than 32. So the second ratio is greater than the first one. Okay, so second ratio is greater than the first one. This is the thing we have to calculate. Now examples second. So इस क्वेश्चन में देखो, यहाँ पे भी हमें सेम करना है, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लीकेशन करना है. अंडर रूट 13 मल्टीप्लाइड विथ अंडर रूट 15 एंड अंडर रूट 8 मल्टीप्लाइड विथ अंडर रूट 7. सो अंडर रूट 65 एंड अंडर रूट 56 में से बड़ा जो है वो ऑब्वियसली अंडर रूट 65 ही होगा. सो फर्स्ट रेशियो इज ग्रेटर देन द सेकेंड वन. Okay, now focus on the question third, that is if A and B are integers and A is smaller than B, B is greater than 1, then compare A minus 1 divided by B minus 1 and A plus 1 divided by B plus 1. So हमें दिया गया है कि A is smaller than B, so obviously A minus 1 will be smaller than B minus 1. ठीक है. Now consider the subtraction A minus 1 divided by B minus 1 minus A plus 1 divided by B plus 1. तो हमने यहाँ पे एक subtraction हम कर रहे हैं. We are considering it as a subtraction and we are checking what would be the result. Okay, so इस यहाँ पे subtraction करते वक्त हमें cross multiplication करना पड़ेगा. Like A minus 1 into B plus 1 minus A plus 1 into B minus 1 divided by B minus 1 plus into B plus 1. Okay, so after the subtraction we have this, or after the calculations we have this, that is 2A minus 2B divided by B square minus 1. So take 2 common, we have 2 into B A minus B divided by B square minus 1. Now A is smaller than B, that's why A minus B is smaller than 0. How it is? See, if A is smaller than B, B can be taken to this side. So B gets subtracted from A and this symbol remains as it is. So B is gone from here. So that's why we can take 0 here. Okay. So also B square minus 1 is greater than 0 because B is greater than 1. अगर B 1 से बड़ा है तो obviously B का जो स्क्वायर है वो भी 1 से बड़ा ही रहेगा. So B minus 1 whole square will be greater than 0, isn't it? So न्यूमरेटर में देखो 0 बड़ा है, ये 0 से छोटा है. न्यूमरेटर जो है वो 0 से छोटा है और जो डिनोमिनेटर है वो 0 से बड़ा है, right? So in this case this complete would be less than 0. मतलब अभी देखो न्यूमरेटर में अगर नेगेटिव नंबर है, 0 से छोटा है मतलब क्या? व्हाट इज मीन बाय द इक्वेशन इज लेस देन 0? मतलब लेस देन 0 यानी कि नेगेटिव. ठीक है, आइदर न्यूमरेटर इज नेगेटिव और डिनोमिनेटर इज नेगेटिव, then the complete number becomes negative. But if both are negative then that number will be positive, isn't it? But यहाँ पे हमारा जो डिनोमिनेटर है वो पॉजिटिव है, इट इज ग्रेटर देन 0, बट numerator is smaller than 0, that's why it is negative and that makes the complete number as negative. So if this is so, सी, इफ दिस इज सो, ये जो नंबर हमने कैलकुलेट किया है ये अगर 0 से छोटा है, तो ये नंबर हमने कैलकुलेट किया है इस इक्वेशन की मदद से, सब्ट्रैक्शन की मदद से, राइट? सो दिस सब्ट्रैक्शन वुड बी अगेन स्मॉलर देन 0, तो यहाँ पे हमने वो लिख दिया, राइट? सो ये सब्ट्रैक्शन अगर 0 से छोटी है, so we can shift this term, this a plus b divided by b plus a plus 1 divided by b plus 1 to the right side, so we'll get this. Okay, so this is how we can solve it. You can do the cross multiplication as well. See, here we have done the cross multiplication only, and then we can, there are several ways to solve this example, not only this way, like whatever way comes into your mind, like you have मतलब आपने ध्यान में रखा है कि क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन ही करना होता है, सो यू कैन डू द क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन एज वेल, बट आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू अप्लाई दीज रूल्स. सो ये रूल्स जब आप अप्लाई करोगे तब आपको रिजल्ट आपका पता चल जाएगा. Okay, so next we have, just a second, let me just delete these dots. Okay, so question fourth, in question fourth we have if as to b is equals to 2s to 1 and b s to c is 4s to 1, then find the value of a raised to 4 divided by 32 b square into c square whole raised to the power 3. Okay, so यहाँ पे see a by b is equals to 2 by 1 दिया है, मतलब a is equals to 2b होगा. a by b is equals to 2 by 1 दिया है already, that means a is equals to 2b होगा, and b by c is equals to 4s to 1 दिया है, मतलब 4 by 1, तो b is equals to 4ac होगा. Okay, so a is equals to 2ab, a is equals to 2b, that is equals to 2 into 4c, that is equals to 8c. Now what we are doing exactly here, हम यहाँ पे कर क्या रहे हैं? We are trying to change all the numbers into one form. Like how one form? We are trying to change, we are trying to replace all the numbers into c. देखो कैसे, अभी यहाँ पे हमारे पास हमें इसकी वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करनी है. ओके, सो इसकी वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करनी है तो हम ए की जो वैल्यू है वो सी के फॉर्म में लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बी की जो वैल्यू है वो सी के टर्म्स में लाने की हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ओके, तो अभी हमने ए की वैल्यू यहाँ पे क्या मिली, हमें ए की वैल्यू मिली 8c. 8c कैसे मिली? तो देखो हमें यहाँ पे पहले ही पता था कि b इज इक्वल्स टू 4c है और यहाँ पे हमें पता था कि a इज इक्वल्स टू 2b है, मतलब इस b की जगह पे हमने ये 4c रख दिया, राइट? इस b की जगह पे हमने 4c रख दिया तो a की वैल्यू हमें मिली 8c. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. ओके, तो a की वैल्यू हमें मिली 8c. Then we already have b की value is equals to 4c. So put all the values, a की value 8c रखो, b की value 4c रखो, and see what happens. Okay, I'll just zoom in little bit so that you will have a clearer picture. So 8 raised to 4 into c raised to 4, ये हमारा न्यूमरेटर है। तो 8 रेज टू 4 यानी कि क्या, 8 का 8 के साथ में 4 टाइम्स मल्टीप्लीकेशन, राइट? सो 8 इंटू 8 इंटू 8 इंटू 8 4 टाइम्स, एंड c रेज टू 4 वुड बी द फोर्थ पावर ऑफ दैट वेरिएबल। नाउ 32 एज इट इज, 32 हमें दिया गया है, वो एज इट इज हमने रखे, हम रखेंगे। b की वैल्यू हम 4c रखेंगे, तो 4 का स्क्वायर जो है वो 16 बनेगा, c का स्क्वायर जो है वो c स्क्वायर रहेगा, एंड दिस c स्क्वायर, दिस थर्ड c स्क्वायर इज एज इट इज। ओके, सो यहां तक सॉल्व हो गया। नाउ this c square into c square becomes c raised to 4, so this c raised to 4 and this c raised to 4 gets cancelled, right? Now what is remaining? 8 into 8 is 64, I guess. Or else we can, what we can do is, see, this 32 can be written as, uh, yeah, no need to write it like anything. 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16, right? Then we have 32 multiplied by 2 is 64, and 8 multiplied by 8 64, so this 64 gets cancelled with this 64, so 8 is remaining, and 8 cube, so we have to find out value of 8 cube, and that comes 512, 512। तो इस कंप्लीट इक्वेशन की वैल्यू जो है क्या आएगी, 512 आएगी। ओके, so this is one way. Can we solve it in some different way? क्या हम इसे किसी और तरीके से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं? डू यू हैव एनी आइडिया? सो व्हाट इफ हम सारे वेरिएबल्स को बी रखें? कैसे? अभी देखो, इसी इक्वेशन में हमें क्या करना है, ए की वैल्यू बी के फॉर्म में लिखनी है। सो ए की वैल्यू बी के फॉर्म में कैसे आएगी? बी इज इक्वल्स टू क्या आएगा, बताना जरा मुझे। बी इज इक्वल्स टू ए बाई टू आएगा। सी, बी इज इक्वल्स टू ए बाई टू आएगा। आई होप एवरीवन एग्री विथ मी। यस, ऑलराइट, ठीक है। और c इज इक्वल्स टू क्या आएगा फिर? c इज इक्वल्स टू, सॉरी, c इज इक्वल्स टू नहीं, या c इज इक्वल्स टू ही लिखना पड़ेगा ना हमें। या वी कैन सिंपली पुट, ओके, वी डोंट नीड टू पुट, हम a की वैल्यू डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे 2b लिख सकते हैं, एंड c के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, c इज इक्वल्स टू b बाय 4 लिखना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे, b बाय 4। ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ। सो हम इसे, मतलब किताब में इसे सी के फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट किया है, तो इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि वी हैव टू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू फॉर्म ऑफ सी। यू कैन कन्वर्ट इट इनटू फॉर्म ऑफ ए, बी और सी, एनीथिंग, कुछ भी आप करो, आपका आंसर जो है वो सेम ही आएगा। ओके, सो यूजिंग द प्रॉपर्टी, now practice set 4.2, we'll take few of the examples from this practice set. So using the property a by b is equals to ak by bk, fill in the blanks substituting proper numbers in the following. So यहाँ पे क्या आएगा जरा बताना मुझे, एवरीवन कैन यू टेल? पहले इस रेशियो को ऑब्जर्व करो, एंड डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट व्हाट कुड बी द नंबर हियर। यहाँ पे नंबर क्या आएगा? 5/7 है। सो सी, 7 को 7 को किस नंबर से अगर हम मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो 28 होगा। 7 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 4 वुड बी 28, मतलब यहाँ पे k की वैल्यू क्या है? 4 है, राइट? k की वैल्यू 4 है। सो हमें 5 को भी किससे मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा? फिर k से ही मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा। सो 5 इंटू k, दैट इज 5 इंटू 4 इज इक्वल्स टू 20, isn't it? So 20 by 28 will be the correct answer. Now for the third one, multiplied by 4 exactly. Now अभी 20 by 28 तो हो गया, अभी 35 divided by क्या आएगा? अभी 35 first of all we have to understand कैसे आया, how 35 came? We multiplied 5 by 7, so 5 multiplied by 7 is 35, that's why our k is 7 here. Very good, Kadambari. So it would be 7 multiplied by 7, 49. All right, very good. Now for the last one, last one. अभी 7 को किससे मल्टीप्लाई किया तो 3.5 आया। 7 को हमने हाफ किया एग्जैक्टली यहाँ पे, we did half, right? Half of 7 is 3.5. So what we have to do in the numerator as well? Yeah, we are dividing by 2 exactly. So in the numerator it will be 2.5. I hope everyone get it. Clear? Yeah, good. Okay, so try this one. 9 by 14 अगर है तो 4.5 डिवाइड बाय क्या आएगा? Again, same principle here, same formula. Obviously, it will be 7 because 9 divided by 2 would be 4.5. So 14 divided by 2 would be 7. Exactly. Third one. Okay, so what would be in the numerator, and that is in the if in the denominator we have 42. Okay, so it would be 27. So 14 multiplied by 3 is 42. 14 ones are 14, 14 twos are 28, 14 threes are 43, 42, sorry, and we have value of k is 3 by multiplying 3. Okay, so 9 multiplied by 3 is 27, is it? Now on to the last one. Last one. Okay, 2.25. Yeah, we are dividing it by 4. Exactly. By dividing 4, 14 divided by 4 would be 3.5 and 9 divided by 4 would be 2.25. Right. Okay, very good. Chalo, next question. Find the following ratios. The ratio of radius to circumference of the circle. Ratio of radius. So what is radius of a circle? It is r. And what is circumference of a circle? What is circumference of a circle? You can write it like this. You can write it like this. 2 pi r. You don't have symbol for pi, isn't it? So ratio of radius of to the circumference of the circle. Is it 2 pi r? Exactly, it is 2 pi r. So r divided by 2 pi r would be the ratio, and r will get cancelled, so it would be 1 by 2 pi. Okay, is it 1 by 2 pi or 2 pi, Kadambari? It should be 1 by 2 pi, I guess. Yeah, 1 by. Okay, so second one, the ratio of circumference of a circle with the radius r to its area. अभी बताओ, circumference का ratio with its area. So circumference is, write it down, circumference is 2 pi r, and area is pi r square. So pi gets cancelled, this r gets cancelled with this, so it would be 2 by r or 2s to r. Clear? बाकी लोग, Kadambari alone is replying as much as all of you combinedly are. Okay, बाकी सब लोग जितना रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं, कादम्बरी अकेली उतना रिप्लाई कर रही है. So that should not happen. Everybody should respond. Okay. Okay. Now what is third one? The ratio of diagonal of a square to its side if the length of side is 7 centimeter. So हमें यहाँ पे calculate करना पड़ेगा. Right. So try and calculate. We have a square whose side is 7 centimeter. What will be its diagonal? What would be its diagonal, students, guys? Use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, I'll help you out. Okay, 7 root 2. Great. Yeah. So its diagonal would be 7 under root 2. And what we have to divide with? We have to divide with its side. So that is 7. So 7 divided by 7, it is under root 2 is to 1. Under root 2 divided by 1 would be the ratio. of a given question, right? The ratio of diagonal of a square to its side if the length of the side is 7 centimeter. I hope it's clear. Now, the length of sides of rectangle are 5 centimeter and 3.5 centimeter. Find the ratio of its perimeter to area. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, calculate perimeter. Kadambari, not you. Except you, others calculate the perimeter and area of this particular rectangle. Kadambari, not you. Please wait. Solve your question in your notebook and wait for the answers from others. Okay. Yeah. Tell me, what is the perimeter of this rectangle? Can anybody tell? Can anybody put in the chat box? What is means by perimeter? Perimeter means sum of measures of all the sides, right? So, okay, somebody has put 17. It is Vedant, I guess. Yeah, Vedant. What about others? Can you calculate the perimeter of rectangle? So perimeter यानी क्या? Perimeter यानी चारों sides की summation, is it? So दो sides हमें पता है. So we'll sum that. That is 5 plus 3.5. Yeah, 10 plus 7. Right. Okay. And what would be the area? Okay, ratio is 10 is to 74. Okay, he is directly on to the answer. But I don't want the ratio actually. I want what do we say? Area. I want area. Is it 10 is to 7? Okay. No, it's not. That's not the ratio. We don't have to calculate ratio of width and length. We don't do that. We have to find out the ratio of perimeter to area. So हमने यहाँ पे भी perimeter calculate की 17 जो आंसर दिया है ना वेदांत. So that is perimeter. Okay. Now we are yet to calculate area. Calculate the area. How do we calculate area? 5 into 3.5. Okay, okay, fine. You did not understand it first. No problem. So calculate area. 5 into 3.5. So 3.5 twos are 7, 3.5 fours are 14, and 3.5 fives are how much? 17.5 is it? Or something is, yeah, 17.5. Great. So what would be the ratio? 17 to 17.5. 17 is to 17.5. So what if we make it in a whole number or complete number? So how it would be? How it would look like? मतलब अगर मैं 17.5 को कंप्लीट नंबर बनाना चाहता हूँ, I don't want to put the decimal number here or the fraction here. So दो से मल्टीप्लाई करो. 17 multiplied by 2 is 34 and 17.5 multiplied by 2 is 35. So 34 is to 35 would be the ratio, and we always write the ratio like that. Clear? 34 is to 35. We will write like that. Okay. So compare the following pairs of ratios. Compare karo. First one, compare karo. You have to tell which one is greater. First one is greater or second one is greater. Tell me the greater one. First ratio is greater or second ratio is greater. Okay, second ratio is greater. Fine. How do we calculate? First, in the first place, we have to we should note the process. So ये जो ratio है इसमें हमें cross multiplication करना है. So it would be under root 7 5s are 35, and here it would be 9, right? So how do we compare this? अभी यहाँ पे 35 है और यहाँ पे 9 है. So which one is greater? 9 is greater or 35 is greater? Under root 35. Which one is greater? Obviously 9 is greater. 9 is greater. How? Because यहाँ पे तो 35 है. मान लीजिए यहाँ पे 36 भी होता. So 36 होता तो क्या होता? It would have been 6. Under root 35, 36 is 6 only. So 6 is smaller than 9. So the second number is greater. That's why the second ratio is greater. Clear? Okay. Now go on to the skip second one. Go on to the third one. Second one you can do it at your home because it would take some time for you to calculate. So you can do it at peace. Okay. So calculate it, students. Please calculate it. Okay. Don't sit and wait for answers. You should be in a hurry to give answer. Okay. So Kadambari is saying first ratio is greater. See, even though the numbers in the second number or the second ratio looks bigger, right? मतलब second ratio में देखो ना आप 17 है, 121 है, ये बड़े बड़े numbers दिख रहे हैं, but that does not mean the ratio is greater. It completely depends upon numerator and denominator. Okay, so देखो सेकेंड रेशियो का जो डिनोमिनेटर है वो बहुत बड़ा है, isn't it? 121 is much greater than 17. So इसकी वजह से उसकी जो वैल्यू है वो रेशियो की कम हो जाएगी. बट यहाँ पे 5 के कंपैरिजन में अगर आप देखोगे तो 18 इज नॉट दैट बिग, राइट? 5 4 आर 20, मतलब 4 से भी अगर मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे सो इट वुड बी 20 विच वुड बी ग्रेटर देन 18. बट अगर 17 को आप मल्टीप्लाई करोगे 4 से, सो 17 2 आर 34 आई गेस, एंड 34 2 आर 68. सो इट इज मच मच ग्रेटर. तो 5 बाय 18 वुड बी ग्रेटर देन 17 बाय 21 121. आप देख के भी रेशो बता सकते हो कौन सा बड़ा है कौन सा छोटा है. Okay, in some cases, not in all cases. But when you write in the exam, yeah, fine. So please do it at home. This one also do it at home. This one also do it at your home as a homework. So for the last question for today is this. Uh, Rectangle ABCD is a parallelogram. The ratio of angle A and angle B of this parallelogram is 5:4. Find the measure of angle B. Find the measure of angle B. Okay, my voice is breaking. Now is it clear? Now is it clear? Okay, my voice is clear. Okay. So the last question for today is uh, a quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram, and the ratio of angle A and angle B of this parallelogram is 5:4. Find the measure of angle B. तो इसे कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं मैं आपको बताता हूं. ओके, सो सी, first of all we have a parallelogram. I think parallelogram looks like this, somewhat like this. Just a second. It is just a tilted kind of rectangle, right? It is tilted, isn't it? So this is a parallelogram, and we have names as A, B, C, and D. So angle A and angle B are in ratio 5:4. Okay. So tell me, now these two are adjacent angles, right? So what will be the addition of these two angles? What would be the addition of these two angles? It should be 180. Clear? It should be 180. So 5x plus 4x is equals to, या फिर or we can say 5k plus 4k would be 180. See, we are considering constant k here as 5k plus 4k would be 180. हमने k कंसिडर किया, राइट। मेजर ऑफ एंगल बी इज 80, ओके, विल सी दैट। ठीक है, तो 9k इज इक्वल्स टू क्या हुआ, 9k इज इक्वल्स टू 180 हुआ। k इज इक्वल्स टू क्या हुआ, k इज इक्वल्स टू होता है हमारा 180 डिवाइडेड बाय 9, सो दैट इज 20। सो k इज इक्वल्स टू अगर 20 है, तो हमारा जो एंगल बी था उसका मेजर था 4k। सो 4k यानी कि 4 इंटू 20, सो एज सेड बाय कादम्बरी द मेजर ऑफ एंगल बी इज 80। ओके, सो आई होप यू गेट इट। हम इस तरीके से इसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं, राइट। So yeah, students, that's it for today. And how many questions are remaining for the next class? Okay, so you can solve as many questions as you can at your home. Remaining questions we will take in the class, and please let me know if you have any kind of difficulty in any of the question. Okay, even if I cannot solve it on the spot, I will note it down and I will explain this into the next lecture. ठीक है, because of my some busy schedule, our class is being shifted to 9 p.m. Please adjust with me, okay. Hopefully if we can shift our class to Saturday, so it would be on it would be at 7 p.m. Okay, yeah, fine, thank you, no problem. Chalo, ठीक है, so bye bye for today and good night. See you in the next class. Bye. Vedant, please leave the class. Vedant.